And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the...
All right, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Journals, only here on Black Mask Paranormal. So today's date is December the 16th. I wanted to make sure that I included today's date in because we have some wild things happening in the United States right now that seems like everybody's talking about. Every influencer on the planet is covering it. However, it's all speculation. So I've been studying this very, very closely. And we have a major, major problem here in the United States.
After you leave, Columbus is going to sterilize the Class Delta as of 0330 Zulu. Patterson Class Delta is closed after your transition.
I'm sorry about that. You got stepped on by other traffic. Can you say again?
Yes, sir. Your transition is still approved. However, Patterson Class Delta is sterilized as of 0330 Zulu for heavy unknown UAS activity. Security Forces is handling it, and Columbus is going to sterilize the airspace after you leave the Delta.
Roger that. No problem. Thank you.
All aircraft use extreme caution. Patterson Class Delta is now closed for heavy UAS activity.
So the big question is it extraterrestrial or not? Combed over footage, over footage, over footage, and over footage of all of these people claiming that they have captured what they believe to be an alien on camera or one of the drones. And I kind of wanted to take a minute because not everything is paranormal, okay? Not all of these drones are paranormal. A lot of these drones, I believe, belong to the U.S. government. Whether or not they are going to acknowledge that, this administration, what's pretty frustrating to me is we've been down this path before. In 2022, I believe, there was several balloons that flew over our nuclear sites all across the United States, from Washington to the point where they were shot down in South Carolina. Why did the Biden administration allow that? I don't know. My feeling on the situation is that we run the greatest military this world has ever seen. There is no excuse for any unauthorized object to be flying over our skies. We shoot it down. That's what you're supposed to do. We have the ability to take down these UFOs at any place, at any time. The speculation of we can't shoot them down because they're over a populated area is bullshit. They're coming off of the Atlantic Ocean. They're being documented over California, and those that are on my member side, which I'll show this footage now. You all saw what I captured one day when I was driving down the road in Tennessee. The camera was actually, I was pointed towards Oak Ridge. So that light where it was, looked like the sky was on fire. And I believe I actually said that in the video. What the fuck? Oh, the fuck sky is on fire. Are you kidding me? What is that? That is not a plane. It is standing completely still. I'm not going anywhere. I'm on the side of the road. That was over Oak Ridge, where Y-12 is and where we developed the atomic bomb. We have a lot of technology over there. There is no way that that thing could just fly over Oak Ridge without some kind of accountability. These drones now have been, assuming they started on December 3rd. I know that there were reports before that, but let's assume that they started on December 3rd. Having unidentified objects flying over the United States for a matter of 2 weeks is absurd. Something is going on. Now, in the Bible, they describe something called the Ezekiel wheel. Now, this is a video of what looks like an Ezekiel wheel. Not too long ago, the James Webb Telescope captured what looked to be one of the descriptions of the angels of the Bible. In my opinion, what I think is happening is a combination of things. And that's what's scary. I think we are having some sort of interaction with an intelligent life outside of humans. I think the government's response to that is to sending up these drones to try to figure out what's happening. The behavior of these objects really isn't unique. It's actually been something that has been reported going back all the way to 1947. So in 1947, the United States government started something called Project Blue Book. Now, all over the internet, you are seeing right now Project Blue Beam. It's Project Blue Beam. Nobody really has a good understanding of what Project Blue Beam is. So I'm going to break them down both in this video. So in 1947, the United States government, as a response to what happened in Roswell, New Mexico, began an agency that started collecting information on UFOs or UAPs. The United States government began this Project Blue Book to start collecting all of this data on these UFOs. Between 1947 and 1969, the United States government had gathered about 1,250 accounts of UFOs in the sky over the United States. Now, they were able to go back and debunk less than half of these interferences. Now, I think the date is extremely important because you're looking at a time period between 1947 and 1969. At this time, we did not have drones. To my knowledge, I don't believe we had satellites. We did not have space travel, really. We didn't have any of the things that we have today. However, they were still documenting over 700 unknown cases of UAPs over the United States. So in 1969, they decided that they were going to end the Project Blue Book as a result of a study out of Colorado, basically ineffective. They weren't able to document and gather the correct information that they needed in order to be basically scientific. Now, I think that's a very important detail of the history of the United States studying the UFO UAP phenomenon. Because at that time, we had over 700 documented cases that we couldn't explain. One thing that's important about the human race is we are all narcissistic. If we cannot figure out or provide an answer to something, we are quick to try to dismiss it. We're seeing this really all throughout world history. Again, I'm going to complain about the pyramids because I believe there is one of the biggest sores on the human race. We've had one individual decide he was going to step up and dictate how the excavations were done, how the information was published, and try to control every situation that he could, so his theories would be considered looked at as the guidelines. I think it's done a huge misservice to the world as a whole. So for 3 decades, the United States government studied these UFOs and UAP phenomenon with not many answers. We have now recently, as a result of the United States government stepping in, now as of 2024, we are taking a more open-minded approach to accepting that there are things happening in our skies and in our oceans that we just cannot explain. In the early 1990s, there was a man named Sergei Monast, or Monast, I'm not sure exactly how you say it, who began his writings on something called the New World Order. Now, this statement has been riddled through American history, most recently by several politicians. Some of them are still in government, some of them are now out of government and trying to create this from the outside. This ideology of a new world order where there's one central government that controls the entire world is essentially goes back to the narcissism of human beings. We think that we have the ability to interpret and control every aspect of the world, and we could do this in one specific way by creating an environment where all of these individuals fall under one set of rules. Now, Georgia, there was the construction of a area that was very similar to Stonehenge. On the giant stones that were carved, it talked about creating a new world order and how it's important for us to basically control the entire world. But going back to Sergei, he created something that was called Project Blue Beam, that was broken down into essentially 4 different steps. There would be an attack on our worldview of religion, would be the first move. They are going to try to create a spectacle that convinces a mass population to abandon their religious beliefs. In doing so, they would create a new age religion, that there would be an antichrist type figure, start the new world order that would then technologically simulate the second coming of Christ. So in doing so, we would have these world religions from of Islam, from Buddhists, from Christians. They would all fall under a type of second coming. Now, what I find interesting is recently we in the United States have been looking over our budget pretty closely. One of the major expenditures that was found was the use of holograms. Technologically advanced system to create some sort of hologram system has not only been developed, but we have receipts for it. The second part of Project Blue Beam talks about creating a massive natural disaster. So this could be earthquakes, this could be tsunamis, this could be hurricanes, tornadoes, or a combination of all. In order to do this, they would need a massive amount of cooperation from selected individuals. These individuals meaning being a part of the New World Order. So after the attack on religion, the attack on the environment, they would use this technology to fake a sort of alien invasion. Now, this alien invasion would create mass chaos amongst the people and would allow for the unification of a new world government, because this massive invasion would not be directed at one specific country. It would be all over every country. If you are an individual that was alive during 9/11, you will recognize that on September 12th, 2001, our country, the United States of America, was united in a way that I've never seen it united like that since then. Looking back now, it makes me extremely concerned about what happened, because not only myself, but lots of my friends were geared up and ready to go to war. So the question is this the implementation of Project Bluebeam? Me personally, after being in the military, studying politics the majority of my life, having a fascination with the paranormal, doing this research on my own, I don't think that this is a staged event. I think that there are things that are happening right now that we cannot explain, and the scientific community, because of this narcissistic idea of everybody has to be correct on their theories and there's no such thing as aliens or extraterrestrials, that people are not willing to accept the fact that now these beings are showing themselves. Because I can guarantee you that the United States government knows exactly what is in our airspace at all times. We do not just allow things to fly willy-nilly all over the United States, all over our most densely populated areas, and accept the fact that they don't know what they are. If there is a case where something that flies into our airspace that we do not know what it is, it will not respond through communications, we shoot it down, whether it's over a populated area or not, because you do not know what that thing is doing. So it has to be stopped immediately. It can't be allowed to go just cruise around to some other place. Again, our government officials are narcissistic. All of them are. They are not going to allow some sort of object to get close to them to take them out. It's not going to happen. Like, it's just not. So I think that what is going on currently is we are beginning to accept the fact that we are not alone in the universe, that we are not alone in the United States or in the world. There are going to be people that try to take advantage of this situation, hands down. If there is the rise of an alien race happening right now, I can guarantee you people are trying to reach into your pocket to get more information, because 100% they are going to try to take advantage of it to improve their capabilities. So I wanted to take a minute and address all of this stuff, because I know it's all over the internet. I know y'all are getting beat to death with it. And it's a topic that's relatively normal on the channel, so I figured I would address it. So if you're new to the channel, you want to know more about the paranormal, you want to know, what's going on in the world So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. give this video a like, and let me know what the plan is in the comments. I also, one more thing, have started working on this. This will be my first one that I'm going to give away. It's on a cedar plank. I'm going to make a mount for it on the wall so you can just mount it on the wall. I'm not done with the wood burning part of it. I know it's kind of like a kid's like a kid's little art project, but you know, I want you all to know like how grateful that I am to have the community that I do have. You all have always been so amazing to me that like I'm beyond grateful. Like I mean, yeah, I can give away t-shirts and stickers, but that, you know, I mean, that's what everybody else does. This is something unique that I'm going to try to put together. Multiple of these. This one in particular is a casting of a black bear. So I've got several other ones that I'm going to be giving away. They're going to be kind of random. Whether they are the black bear or the large canine. I haven't even started on the design of it yet, but I'm gonna get them all finished and get them out hopefully before Christmas. So yeah, thank you all so much, and till next time.